All the fans of the series, The Glory, can't wait for March 10th to see the second part. This series is not only about how a person suffered from bullying at school, but also about the victim's revenge. In the first part, we could see how Dong-eun suffered for everything that was done to her, and how she prepared herself to be able to fulfill her revenge. But in the second part, we will see how she takes revenge on all those who hurt her. But one of the things that was not very clear in this first part was Myeong-O's death. Many think that he died, while others believe that he might still be alive. That's why today I'm going to talk to you, a theory that indicates that Myeong-O is alive. We all know that in the first season they presented scenes where Myeong-O is on the ground and it was implied that someone had beaten him up. Based on the conversations that were presented, we interpreted that Myeong-O had been killed by Yeon-jin. But in the recent Netflix previews of the second part, they have presented images in which we can think that Myeong-O is still alive. Recall that Dong-eun had told him that she had important information that would make him a lot of money. Myeong-O was excited because he believed that he would become rich and solve all his problems. He asked Dong-eun to tell him who killed So-hee, because he knew there were 4 suspects: Jae-joon, Sarah, Yeon-jin, and Hae-jong. Then she confessed to him that the one who eliminated So-hee was Yeon-jin. For that reason we saw that Yeon-jin had a wound on her foot, implying that she was the last one to see him and thus the one who hit and killed him. Most of us would think that Myeong-O is dead, but with the posters that were presented of the second part we can see that it is very likely that he is alive, because it would not make much sense that they will present his image if he is not going to be present in these new chapters. For example, we can see in this poster where Dong-eun is grabbing Myeong-O's chin and the poster says, "The feet that were eager to inflict pain on others." So with this we know that he had this constant restlessness to hurt other people. We can also see another poster where Myeong-O is together with the stems of a plant around him. Now if Myeong-O is going to show up in the sequel, then what will have happened? Well, it's very likely that Myeong-O threatened Yeon-jin about So-hee's death and she got angry and beat him up, but she didn't manage to kill him, she just hurt him, and she thought she killed him. It could be that after this, he got scared and left the country to avoid more problems. However, it is most likely that after recovering he will return so he can talk to Dong-eun and she will give him a solution. Or in that time in another country he could have planned a plan to destroy Yeon-jin. But you have to think that according to the series he is not very smart. So it is likely that he will tell Dong-eun everything and she will be the one to initiate a plan, of course to take revenge on him later. This is something that would benefit her because if Myeong-O is killed and she doesn't participate in that, deep down she may feel that she didn't get revenge as she wanted. So knowing that he is alive will make her feel better because she can take revenge into her own hands. We must remember that Dong-eun knows that Myeong-O has nothing of value that he can use to make him suffer since he is poor and has no family. He is only Jae-joon's assistant. For that reason the best way that Dong-eun could take revenge is through illusion, that is to make him believe that his life can change, use him in his favor and then eliminate him. Another detail that can confirm that Myeong-O is alive is that there are also some photos of the second part where he is sitting holding a glass of alcohol, and that place seems to be Jae-joon's house. According to the presented posters, it is very likely that Dong-eun will be able to fulfill her revenge and succeed in eliminating all the people who hurt her. There is a theory that the posters with flowers have a hidden message and present the people who are going to die in the second part. The theory says that if the characters have the stem on their neck it means that they are going to die. For example, here we can see that Jae-joon, Sarah, Yeon-jin, Hae-jong and Myeong-O have the stem on their necks, and according to the theory this indicates that they will die in the second part of this series. But this theory can also mean that Dong-eun might die, even though her stem is not all over her neck. But there is something curious in these posters because Do-yang, Yeo-jong and Mrs. Hye-nam don't have the stem on their necks. So this could mean according to the theory that they will live. But of course all this would be very sad because we don't want to see Dong-eun die, and even more when we know how much she has suffered, and that after her revenge she could have a better quality of life. But of course we don't know if these stocks surrounding the characters also mean something symbolic. It could also mean death, but in Dong-eun's case it could symbolize that she is as if she is dead because after she fulfilled her revenge her life continued. Just as sad, and maybe it would be a kind of teaching of the series. Although we can't deny that deep down we want her to take revenge because she suffered a lot and a lot of very unfair things were done to her. There is also another curiosity, and that is that only Dong-eun, Yeo-jong, Do-yang, and Mrs. Hyun-nam have the flower facing up and the others have it facing down, and this can indeed mean that they will be the only survivors in this revenge. Netflix also presented some photos of what will happen in the second part. For example, we can see Dong-eun hugging a red-haired woman who is the mom. This photo may represent that Dong-eun approached her mom on purpose and then betrayed her. We can also see Sarah on the floor being arrested, so it is very likely that she was charged for drug use or stealing money from her parents. We see Yeo-jong and Jae-joon talking. This photo may show how involved Yeo-jong is in Dong-eun's revenge, as he had said that he would help her and even kill if he had to. With this, we know that in this second part we will see not one, but two of them fulfilling their revenge, as Yeo-jong is expected to avenge his father's death with Dong-eun's help. We also see Jae-joon talking to someone as if he is doing some kind of negotiation. He is expected to believe that Dong-eun is going to help him get his daughter back, but of course she will later let him know that it's all fake and part of her revenge. This is something that will hurt him a lot, as we know that he loves his daughter very much, and Dong-eun, as she is very smart, will attack him where it hurts the most. We can also see Hae-jong talking to a woman who is apparently Sarah. Hae-jong looks very surprised and upset, so in this second part Dong-eun will make her suffer before eliminating her. Tell me, what do you think about the theory that Myeong-O? What do you think will happen in this second part? Leave your comment here so we can read it. Remember to subscribe to this channel for more videos like these.